All right, so I've had an overwhelming response to the videos that I put out here on YouTube about the platform Rumble. There's been a lot of questions, so I'm going to cover as much as I possibly can in this video. We're going to do a walkthrough on the upload process today. We're going to talk about monetization. I'm going to go over a few things that I think could really use some focus over on Rumble and how we can all work together to see that happen. I'm not going to just ramble on about the problems. I'm actually going to provide solutions. I'm going to lay out a strategy on how we can speed up those improvements that we all want to see over there. Excuse the interruption, but if you're watching this video, there's a solid chance that you want to get into content creation. Either that, or you're already doing it on places like YouTube, and you're finding it extremely frustrating trying to compete with these huge channels that have massive followings. That's what I set this channel up for, to help content creators like you get ahead and reach their goals. Take a moment and subscribe. Watch a few videos, leave some comments. This channel is all about you. The more that you interact, the more you get involved, the more content I can create tailor-made for your specific needs. My hope is to help other people grow their channels and maximize the revenue that they're making off of the content that they create. That's why I'm here, and that's why you need to hit that subscribe button. So it's been just over a month since I did my last video here talking about Rumble. I've spent a lot of time researching. I've talked to other creators. I've watched a ton of interviews and read interviews with the Rumble CEO, Chris Pavlovsky. I think at this point I've got most of the blanks filled in and I'm ready to do this video. See, Rumble is so much different than what we're used to here on YouTube. It takes a lot of getting used to, and honestly, I haven't been doing any serious uploads yet over on Rumble. Everything's been just testing. The best way to get this video started is with uploading some content, so let's go ahead and dive into that. Bear with me here, I've got 3 screens in front of me. I also have a stack of sticky notes with little reminders as we go through this video. All right, let's start on the upload page here. I've got this video. This is just a short little subscription clip. I'm going to drop it down in the uploading panel. And I'm going to go ahead and expand this. All right, let's start with the title. Let's call this Subscribe Now. Now, one of the things that really bothers me about the title is it's somewhat exclusive. That really needs to change, because if somebody else uses the same title as me, if somebody else used this subscribe now, then I wouldn't be able to use it. Why it is that multiple channels can't use the same title is absolutely beyond me, and that is the first thing on my list that needs to be changed. Next, we're going to add a description. Let's just call this subscribe to my channel today. This is just a test video. I'm not going to go and get all detailed with my description today because, like I said, it's just a test. The description field is another thing that I really think needs to be fixed on Rumble. It's not necessarily the web version that has the issue. It's the app. The app does not function in the same way that the web version does. It's like that with a lot of things with the app, actually. As content creators, we all want to get paid for the work that we do, and ad revenue is actually a very small portion of that. If you scroll down in the description of almost any video on YouTube, you're going to see clickable affiliate links like the one that I've dropped down below for these Surefire earplugs. Whether I'm at work, mowing the lawn, or trying to avoid listening to my girlfriend yell at me about how much time I spend here in the office working on YouTube, these are the ear protection that I trust the most. Uh-oh. What's that? No, it was a joke. Okay, I swear I'll edit it out. No one on the internet is going to see that. It's fine. See, these links are often where the bulk of a creator's revenue comes from. You click the link, and then whatever company that link is for sees that as a referral. And for the next, 24 hours or so, anything that you add into your cart and purchase gives that creator a very small commission. Now, these commissions are tiny, but they do add up. They actually tend to bring in more than what the ad revenue does. So it's an important part of any platform as long as they expect people to come over and create content. They're already making content on other platforms like YouTube. Unfortunately, that only works in the browser version for Rumble. So if you open up the app and somebody's left a link down in the description, it's not clickable. It's a major oversight on Rumble's part. Let's face it, the bulk of video viewing is being done on your mobile device, not on your computer. I don't know about you, but I'm not taking my laptop to the toilet with me. If those links don't work on the mobile app, then ultimately my earning and growth potential are going to be stunted. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and pick a thumbnail. I did not create my own custom thumbnail to drop down in there, so I'm just going to pick one out of the presets. I'm going to pick this one here. Then I'm going to go ahead and add my tags. Make sure you have your tags the way that you want them. It's now or never. After this is done with, you cannot go back and edit or add new tags to your video. So let's go ahead and call this subscribe, comma, we'll go gun reviews, second amendment, and just to be safe, we'll put my channel name in there. At this point, you can go ahead and schedule your video, but we're going to go ahead and upload it. Now for the confusing part that I know a lot of you have asked about. I know it confused the heck out of me for a while. We're going to go ahead and talk about licensing. So you have 4 options here. The first one is going to be exclusive video management. What that means is you're handing the rights to your video over to Rumble for them to exclusively manage and promote it. That includes YouTube. So at that point, if you click that box, it becomes property of Rumble, and then you just get a percentage of whatever is made with that video. For the most part, I would not select that box. Next on the list is video management excluding YouTube, and basically that is the exact same license, aside from the fact that you are not giving them YouTube rights. You still own your video as far as being able to post it on YouTube and make your own money off of it there. Essentially everywhere else on the internet will be where Rumble goes ahead and tries to make money off of that content so that they can cut you your percentage at the end of the day. Next on the list is going to be Rumble only. As far as Rumble only goes, that is basically the exact same licensing agreement that you're using on YouTube. It's your content, you're placing it on Rumble. Whatever money it makes on Rumble, you get your percentage of. You're still allowed to go ahead and post it on YouTube, Facebook, whatever other avenues that you want to post it, because it's yours. That would be the option that I would recommend that everybody go ahead and use for the licensing on their videos. Of course, read more into it. At the end of the day, it's your content, it's your decision. Last on the list is going to be personal use only, and that means that your video is going to be on Rumble, not monetized, no ads, you're not making a dime off of it. Rumble just has it in their servers and people can watch it whenever they want to watch it. So today we're going to go ahead and select Rumble only for this one. Let's see. You have not signed an exclusive agreement with any other parties. Check here if you agree to terms and service. We're going to go ahead and submit. At this point, Rumble gives us a direct link to our video. We have an embedding code if we want to go ahead and throw that up on a website or whatever. Then you have a monetized embed code. I'm guessing if it picks up monetization, this code will allow you to go ahead and embed it on your website with monetization. Okay, so my video is up there. At this point, if I go ahead and log into the mobile app, it's going to say analyzing for that video, and on the web browser version, it's going to say monetization pending. Regardless of how the wording is, it's both the same thing. I'd like to see a little more cross-platform compatibility there. I did come across an interview with Chris Pavlovsky, the CEO of Rumble, where he kind of cleared up what this process is. When that video shows as pending or analyzing, essentially it's being put into this massive pool of content that advertisers are going to dig through and look for content that they want to put their ads into. Perhaps that's an oversimplification, but I'm trying to keep this easy. YouTube, on the other hand, functions just a little bit differently. YouTube uses this artificial intelligence to go through your description and your tags and links that you've posted, the content itself, and then that artificial intelligence decides whether or not your content is actually advertiser friendly. Now, whether or not your content's advertiser friendly on YouTube, that's going to have a lot to do with those ever-changing rules that they have over there. So what's acceptable today may not be acceptable tomorrow, and vice versa. So the reason that your videos might be pending for what seems like forever, it is not a decision being made by Rumble. If it seems like it's taking forever, there's a couple things you need to keep in mind. Over the last few months, traffic on Rumble has absolutely exploded. It's crazy. There are literally a ton of videos that are being posted every day. In fact, this video that I just posted, it is essentially a needle, not in a haystack, but in a stack of needles. Now, we all know that YouTube and Google have the market cornered when it comes to advertising. Google has been in the game longer than anybody else. That means when a business wants to pay for advertising, their very first stop is always going to be through Google. Google, of course, being a monopoly, is going to go ahead and push that ad placement to YouTube before anywhere else. From what I've read, Rumble is working really hard to expand that pool of advertisers that they have. And honestly, at this point, I think we need to just chalk this up as growing pains. Rumble's video upload to advertiser ratio just really wasn't prepared for the growth that's come over the last 6 months to a year. And it's going to take a little bit of catching up. It really is. For right now, it just is what it is, but I will get to some solutions at the end of this video. So the video that I just uploaded is pending. Hopefully an advertiser picks it up soon so I can start making a couple bucks off of it. The video is on my channel. People can go to my channel and watch it. I can go ahead and share links to the video on all my social media for people to go ahead and watch it. The only thing that's taking time is waiting for somebody to say, yes, I want to pay money to advertise my business on this video. It's all in the hands of the advertisers at this point, and all I can do is wait. So while I have Rumble on the browser still, let's go ahead and take a look at my video list. I had somebody point out recently that there is an area where you can go ahead and edit videos that you've uploaded. That's not exactly true. Some videos do have an option to edit. Let's see if we can find something here. Let's see, agreement, file, total views, embed, delete. I can delete that one. Let's see. This one, nope, can't edit that. Here we go, edit. Now this edit section is not the most helpful. As you can see, I can change my title, I can change my description, I can add a YouTube URL. I cannot go in and change the actual tags for the video, so this isn't exactly helpful. I also can't change the thumbnail, so yay for that. Let's go ahead and go over to the right, see what else we have. Here's payments, we'll click that. Now over here we can see how much money that we've made each month. In December, it looks like I made a penny, big ball in there. It really is okay to laugh. Like I said, I haven't been seriously uploading to Rumble. It's just a bunch of test videos at this point. But let's go ahead and click on January here to see where this 39 cents came from. Okay, it says 39 cents for January, but here it's showing me 14 cents for worst roommate ever, Rumble profit sharing revenue. Just for fun, I'll leave a link below to this video. If you're needing a good laugh, it's a good one. I'll also leave my referral link down there as well. Look, here we go. If you're not signed up for Rumble already, use that referral link. Here we are, 14 cents earned for worst roommate ever. There's my cat who likes to take up the toilet anytime I need to go pee. Okay, so next let's go back. Let's go to the thing that just frustrates me to no end when it comes to Rumble. Stats and analytics. Here we go. All right, so what you see is what you get, and there's not a lot of it. I'm not going to take a lot of time with this, but their analytics are absolute trash. There needs to be a lot more detail in here. I need to be able to see what videos are being played when, on what days. I need a lot more information in this section. So I'm going to go ahead and skip past this before I get frustrated even more than I already am. I've got a list of things here that I want to cover. Let's go ahead and close out Rumble on the browser. I want to try not to leave anything out. Next on my list is going to be playlists. Referring back to the interview that I caught with Rumble CEO the other day, I don't know when it was filmed, but I did catch it the other day. He says that playlists should be available early in 2021. Now, I for one am glad that is on their list of improvements. I think it's kind of a big deal. I like to make playlists so that I can group videos together that have similar content. For instance, here on YouTube, I have a playlist that is my Rumble playlist where all of these videos that I've done talking about Rumble are all in a playlist. So if you were doing a search for Rumble while you were on YouTube and you caught one of my videos, chances are one of the other videos in that series will be next to pop up once you finish that video. Okay, next on the list, search. The search needs to work. It doesn't really work right now. I feel like right now, the actual search function in Rumble goes more by title and less by the actual content or the tags that you're leaving on your videos. And you can notice this by going ahead and doing a search for anything on Rumble and then scroll down through the next 3 or 4 videos that are listed, and you're going to notice that all of the videos that are listed are going to have very similar titles. That's a shame, because if somebody's already used the title that is best suited for your video, you're just out of luck as far as being searched. I don't think that they're integrating those tags or search terms quite well enough, and it is definitely based more on title than anything. So Rumble, use the tags and or allow multiple videos to use the same title. I don't know why that's so hard. Another one of the issues that I've ran across with Rumble is that the data between the browser version and the app version, it's definitely not anywhere near in sync. The app itself, in my mind, is nothing more than an app to view videos. There are no other functions within the app that are really usable. Now, the browser version does have a lot more in it, and I think it's a lot more usable, but again, all of us are using our phones to view videos. Nobody's carrying around a laptop everywhere they go. That's just not how we do things. Fix the app. Make it usable, for God's sake. Now, while I'm talking about money, let's go ahead and bring up payments. Rumble only has 2 options for payments. I'm going to focus on PayPal because, number one, that's the only one that I'm familiar with, and that's the one that I have set up for my own personal account. So that $50 that I made on that video, when I cash that out, that's going to be sent off to PayPal. I hate PayPal. I seriously do, but right now that's the only option that I have. PayPal is going to go ahead and take a percentage of that $50 when it gets there. Not just that $50, but every cent that I make on Rumble that gets transferred over to PayPal to be given to me, PayPal is going to take a percentage of it. So essentially, Rumble is padding PayPal's pockets. And I don't think that that's something Rumble's doing intentionally. It's just kind of by design. And PayPal loves getting those transaction fees. You know who else loves transaction fees? The IRS. So if I make something like $600 or more, I have to claim that at the end of the year and pay taxes on it. I'm not about to go out like Willie Nelson. Okay, the IRS is one government agency that you really don't want checking you out too deeply, regardless of how legitimate you are. You do not want the IRS harassing you. Now, I have searched all over Rumble and I can't find anything about taxes within their website anywhere. So I guess we'll see what happens at the end of 2021 if I go ahead and I break that $600 threshold. I tell you what though, instead of doing a direct deposit from Rumble to my bank as it should be, they're going to send my money off to PayPal. PayPal's going to take a cut, then they're going to send it to me. At the end of the year, the IRS is going to be standing there with their hands out wanting a percentage of everything that I made on Rumble for the year. This is the part of Rumble that is absolute horse shit. There's no reason why Rumble can't just direct deposit to my bank. Set up direct deposit with a minimum payment threshold, and then we can all go about our business trying to make money. Then I'm not getting screwed by having to pay a percentage to PayPal, and I will get all of my money that I'm owed and be able to actually pay the taxes on it so that I can have what little is left at the end of the year. Now look, I wouldn't say any of this is necessarily Rumble's fault, like they're acting out malice or anything. Over the last few years, they've really grown steadily, but I'm telling you, just this last 6 months, they have just been blowing up as far as users and video uploads. And to be honest, they haven't really been prepared for it. They're the underdog, and they're doing pretty damn well creating a platform where Free speech is paramount, and small creators are able to actually make a name for themselves and make a living. But right now it's time to get serious, Rumble. You want all those people who are on YouTube tired of the YouTube BS to make Rumble their new home? You want big name creators to go ahead and bring that traffic to your platform? You want channels like Keith Warren Hunting and his 500,000 subscribers to come to Rumble? Well, you need to be ready to make those upgrades, plain and simple. By the way, Keith, if you're out there watching this, my referral code's down below. If you want to go ahead and set up a Rumble channel and use it, I'd appreciate that. For the bigwigs, the decision makers over at Rumble, there's something that you guys really need to understand, and that's for these bigger channels that are out there with a huge following. They have a lot to risk by moving to a new platform and then telling their following to go there with them. Me? Not so much. I've got about 1,000 subscribers here on YouTube. I'm no big deal. I literally have nothing to lose either way, so I'm going to be honest about it all. Guys like Keith Warren, that's different. Channels like that have big budgets, they have film crews, editors, producers. When they tell their fans to follow them to another platform, basically what they're doing is vouching for that platform. They're endorsing that product. They're saying, hey, I know that you use YouTube right now. You trust me, you trust my judgment, and I'm going to ask you to buy into this other product that you've really never heard of before because I am so-and-so and you trust me. So if those people are let down by the platform itself, it reflects more poorly on that content creator than it does the platform. There's a real risk to their reputation that can seriously put their livelihoods on the line. So that's something that if anybody out there who works for Rumble is watching this, that's something that you guys need to really consider. All right, so let's talk about free speech and censorship before we move on to solutions. Rumble is really clear in their terms of service. They really are. Simply put, illegal content will be removed. End of story. If it's against the law, it's going to be taken down. They don't shadow ban. They don't delete content that might hurt people's feelings or opinions that not everybody agrees with. They don't intimidate content creators to avoid putting out anything that might be considered controversial, like YouTube does. So if your video isn't getting ad placement, chances are it is because advertisers aren't feeling real comfortable with placing their ads in your particular content. Either that, or there may be another video out there that an advertiser feels aligns closer with their brand than yours does. Maybe there's another video where they feel like placing their ad in that video is going to lead to higher sales for their company. So I've only managed to find one video on top of the 2 comments that have been left in my videos talking about how Rumble's being involved in censorship. People talking about videos being taken down, comments being deleted, all kinds of this stuff. Now I've tried to get to the bottom of it. I've asked questions. Nobody has been able to provide anything past comments like, Rumble's going hard on censorship. Okay, if that's really what's going on, reach out to me. Let's have a conversation. I'm not looking for a shitty comment down below from somebody who didn't get ads on their video. What I'm looking for is an adult conversation where we can talk about why it is that your video was really removed or comment was really removed, if in fact that did happen, because I feel like that's not a thing. I'm over there watching Rumble videos every single day, and to be perfectly honest, yeah, I'm a little surprised by some of the stuff that I see. I'm just used to YouTube, I guess. I'm used to the thought police of YouTube cracking down and telling me what I can and can't think. So when I'm over there on Rumble and I see people being able to post whatever type of content they want, as long as it's not illegal, it's a breath of fresh air. What I really love is that if I stumble across some content that I don't agree with, or somebody's giving their opinion that, may upset me or whatever, I can do the adult thing and just get past it. I don't have Rumble deciding for me what is and isn't acceptable to think or read or listen to, what opinions are okay and not okay. That's not the job of a platform. That's my job as an adult, is to decide whether or not I want to sit and listen to something. If I want to sit and watch a 45-minute video of some guy wearing a tinfoil hat ranting and raving about space aliens probing him, I'm going to watch it, or I'm not. We're all adults here. Now, just as a disclaimer, I have not come across said video over on Rumble. I do see a lot of that here on YouTube, though. What you are going to find over there on Rumble is quite a bit of right-leaning content. That's not all that's there. There's a lot of pet videos, there's travel videos, I've seen some home improvement videos. Right now there's a surge on political content over at Rumble, and there's some pretty good reasons to that. YouTube's pushed a lot of content creators off of their platform, and they've went to the one place where they can openly express themselves. This is going to be your opportunity. This is the time where if you create content, you should really jump on it. Here on YouTube, there is not a lot of growth potential for up-and-coming channels. Let's say you want to start a channel where you're doing home improvement type stuff. There's probably 1,000 other channels like that on YouTube that all have massive subscriber bases. Those are the channels that YouTube is going to favor when they go ahead and put up suggested videos, and they're also going to be favored when it comes to the advertising revenue. All in all, your content is going to be buried under the content of other channels that have been doing it a lot longer. Regardless of the type of content that you do create or want to create, now would be the time to go ahead and start creating a following over on Rumble. It is the early days, so to speak. Get over there, set it up now, and then as Rumble progresses and gets better, as more and more people get tired of the bull crap here on YouTube, they're going to go to Rumble, and you will have already established yourself and gathered a following. That means that everybody else that goes over there is going to have to catch up to you, essentially. So that's solution number one. We need to bring diverse content creation over to Rumble. If you do tech reviews, if you do home improvement, if you do unboxing, if you want to teach people how to make dogs do different commands, now would be the time to go over there and set up a channel. The more diverse content that's being put onto Rumble, the more that advertisers see Rumble as a mainstream platform. That in itself is going to bring more advertisers to Rumble who are willing to pay to place ads on your content. Not only is that going to boost the income for Rumble, but that's also going to speed up the analyzing portion of the process. Now, the more money that Rumble is making from advertisers, the faster that they're going to be able to reinvest that money into catching up to YouTube. All of the improvements and the additions that people keep leaving in the comment section that they'd like to see happen with Rumble, I hate to tell you this, but that stuff ain't free. Now, along that same line of being active on Rumble, go through and search for some of the same type of content that you enjoy watching here on YouTube. Find people that are making that content, subscribe to their channels, share their videos, Rumble their videos. I'm going to just throw this out there. I'm really burnt out on the excessive branding over on Rumble. Anyone remember that old cartoon, The Smurfs, where like every third word in the sentence would be replaced by the word Smurf? That's basically how it feels over at Rumble. You don't have to use the name over and over and over again. We get it. It's Rumble. We got it. Anyways, Rumble the videos that you like. Subscribe to creators that make the type of content that you enjoy watching. Like seriously, get involved, get active on the platform. Rumble sees that activity, they really do. That data also goes into a pool of information that gives advertisers an idea of whether or not they want to take those ad dollars and hand them over to Google and YouTube or over to Rumble. So the more people that actually use the platform, the more likely those advertisers are to send that money over there. It's the same thing with upgrades. You know, Rumble's going to sit there and think, okay, do we spend X number of dollars on these upgrades now? Or do we wait 6 months until hopefully we have, you know, this level of active daily users? Another thing to keep in mind is the power of unity. What I mean by that is how much leverage is created when a single person does something versus, 6,000. I've made 2 of these videos now talking about the Rumble platform, and to date, combined, I think I'm looking at about a view count of 6,000. Let's say 5,000 of that 6,000 take their daily YouTube time, cut it in half, and spend that time over on Rumble. That is a huge boost in traffic. Again, that's something that Rumble's going to notice. That's something that advertisers are going to notice. You know what else Rumble's going to notice? If 5,000 of the 6,000 people who have viewed these videos turn around and start emailing, If Rumble's support email receives, I don't know, 5,000 emails about how you should be able to use the same title in your video that somebody else had previously used, or I don't know, I'd like to be able to go back and edit the tags in my video a month after I post it, Rumble's going to take notice. Strength in numbers. That is a big difference between, just you or just I emailing in and saying, hey, I'm having this problem and it's not working the way that it should, and can you fix it and make it this way? No, strength in numbers. It makes a huge difference. Actually, I have 3 emails that I'm going to leave below in the description, and I hope that everybody uses them. Now, I fully do expect here in the next couple of weeks, as this video gains traction and people start emailing in, I'm probably going to get contacted and asked to take the video down, but I'm not going to do it. First one on the list is the standard Rumble support email. Most of you have probably already emailed it at least once. I know most of you are getting mixed results. So did I, but that's okay. Keep hammering that email with your suggestions and the things that you want to see fixed or changed on the platform. Next one is going to be Rumble's licensing department. Now, that's not exactly the department that handles these type of things, but it is part of Rumble, and I guarantee you, if they get 5,000 or 6,000 people emailing in saying, hey, I really enjoy Rumble, but can we get this feature? That's going to get a little bit of attention. That department's email box is going to get filled, and a supervisor at some point is going to pass it up the chain that they can't get any work done because people are asking for all of these new things. Third on my list is let's all be a thorn in the side of Dan Bongino and email him as well. Now, it doesn't matter whether or not you listen to Dan Bongino's podcast. It's fine. It's not for everybody. He's a passionate guy, and I really respect the work that he does over there. He's the reason that I joined Parler. He's also the reason that I found Rumble. I listen to his podcast, and he is constantly talking about Rumble. He's constantly talking about how he is dropping YouTube and going to Rumble, and how everybody should go to Rumble and watch his content. And he's always saying about how he has a financial interest on Rumble. And I don't know exactly at what level that is, but if anybody's going to help us make changes, it's going to be Dan Bongino. Now, let me be perfectly clear here. I am not saying to harass anybody. I'm not saying to do anything that would be counterproductive, so to speak. Dan Bongino, he has a massive name on Rumble. He is well connected enough that if he receives 5,000 or 6,000 emails, that he may pass them up the chain to somebody who can actually make a judgment call as to what needs changed over on Rumble and the time frame for doing so. Same with the licensing department over at Rumble. Those guys have a completely different job to do than answering emails from all of us who really want to see the ability to click links while you're in the app. But what else are they going to do when they get a crap ton of emails from everybody? Normally, I wouldn't suggest this type of tactic. Some may say it's dirty and underhanded and is going to distract people from doing things that are more important, that are actually their job. For the most part, I would agree. Here's the thing, though, is I cannot count the number of comments and messages and emails that I've gotten where people have emailed into the support email and either gotten a response that didn't address the issue that they emailed in about, or they didn't get a response at all. So this is where we're at right now. This is my suggestion, is let's go ahead and let's start sending some emails in. Everybody that's on board, go ahead and take a moment. Don't send one email that is sent to all 3. Send 3 individual emails to each email address, if that makes sense, and send your suggestions in. If you hear back, great. If you don't, send another email in a couple of weeks. We change things by having everybody get involved, and that goes for everything. It's not just emailing in and being a pain in the ass for people who actually have power. If you're out there making content, put it on Rumble. Go to your favorite YouTube channel, leave a comment on there, and request that content creator make a channel on Rumble. Hell, put your referral code in there. Maybe you'll get lucky and they'll use it. Instead of posting YouTube videos on your social media, post Rumble videos instead. That's going to increase exposure. More and more people are going to go ahead and set up accounts and start using Rumble. Everything is going to make everything better. Just be patient. It is going to take some time. It is going to take a concentrated effort by everybody who wants to see Rumble grow. There's a lot of work that needs to be done over at Rumble, that is for damn sure. But the thing is, a lot of that is in our hands. A platform is only going to be as strong and successful as the people who are actually using it. So here's what I'm going to do. I am going to keep creating content and posting it here on YouTube. As that content gets posted on YouTube, I'm going to double back and I'm also going to post that content on Rumble. At the same time, all of those videos that I've been wanting to create, but I can't because of YouTube's ridiculous rules, I'm going to go ahead and make them anyways. Things like tutorials on how to adjust handgun sights, yeah, that's a real thing. It's perfectly legal to do, but it's not okay to post something like that on YouTube. I'm going to make those videos. All the videos that I am worried about getting in trouble for on YouTube but are still within the realm of legality, I'm going to make those, and those are going to be my Rumble exclusives. As I build up my catalog of videos on Rumble, I'm going to continue to keep sending in suggestions to the support email. On all of my social media platforms, I'm going to start sharing Rumble videos instead of YouTube videos. That's going to help get that growth and exposure, and it's not just my videos either. If I am on Rumble and I happen to see a video that I think is funny or useful or whatever for somebody that might be on my social media, I'm going to go ahead and share that as well. And eventually, when Rumble gets to the point where I feel comfortable giving YouTube the middle finger, then that's what I'll do. But that's it. That's all I have for today. And I apologize for this video running so friggin' long, but I had a lot to cover, and I felt like cutting it in half and making it 2 videos just wasn't quite appropriate. I wanted to get it all down in one video and get it out to everybody. Now, if you have not signed up for Rumble yet, I'm going to have my referral code down below. Feel free to use it. If you are on Rumble, go ahead and leave a comment below with a link to your channel, and I'll go over there next time I'm on and I'll check it out. I'll give you a subscription and see what you got. Thanks for watching this video, folks. I will be back next week as usual with more content.